May be able to hear a faint bass line in the background, and that's because my neighbour has decided that at 10:49 on a Sunday is the perfect time to have a rave party. I mean, it is what it is. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I hope you are enjoying 2020 part 2 so far. I mean, that's honestly how it feels, doesn't it? I mean, we've been stuck in a lockdown since like before Christmas basically, and it just feels a bit shit, but we're not going to dwell on that. What we're going to talk about is Veganuary. So from the first, obviously, as you know, I was doing Veganuary. We're 10 days in. We are 10 days strong. I have really enjoyed it. I've actually surprised myself at how easy I found it so far. There is a reason for that, I'll get into that, but actually I feel like I'm doing really well, and I feel like it's something I can continue for the next 21 days and not really suffer, you know, as I thought I was going to, as long as I don't have to eat tempeh, which looks disgusting. I have been getting on with it really well. I think a lot of this week I've found easy because there are so many things that we would eat anyway that were vegan. So Bourneville chocolate fingers, like party rings, Biscoff spread, loads of bread and stuff like that. It's all vegan. There are loads of alternatives at the minute. Obviously January I feel is a lot easier for vegan people because all of these companies just bring out these vegan foods specifically for Veganuary, and like it's almost like for that 1 month of the year all the vegans are like, yeah, we can eat loads of stuff at all these restaurants, and then come February they're like, now we're taking that back off the menu. So I feel for vegans, I'm sorry, but you know, I'm enjoying Veganuary on your behalf, thank you. This week I haven't eaten the healthiest. I kind of have given myself that mentality of like, if it says vegan, you can eat it because you're on Veganuary. Don't worry about it not being healthy. So this week I have definitely not eaten the healthiest. Monday I had like Papa John's in the evening and the cauliflower bites, so good. Tuesday I had a ready meal, so that's not too bad. Like that was healthy, although it was super spicy. Wednesday I can't even remember what I had for dinner. Like that's bad, isn't it? Oh well, not a problem. Thursday was a bad day. Like Thursday I had Monstera Canteen at lunchtime. So that is like a small independent vegan restaurant in Luton. They do these burgers, and honestly, as a normal meat eater, I have to say I was very surprised. These burgers are really good. Thursday night I had Chinese. Obviously this is all vegan, but like 2 takeaways in a day. And then Friday I ordered Papa John's again because I'm a terrible human being. So this week I've had 4 lots of takeout. Yesterday I had Southern Fried Bites and hash browns, which is fine, like it's a meal. I cooked it at home, but it was a very like beige meals. Beige meals is what we call them. You know, when you got like no vegetables, no colour or variety of any type, you're just like, hey, yeah, this is my beige meal of like chicken nuggets and chips. Like it was a beige meal. It wasn't the healthiest meal ever. So I stepped on the scales this morning, and after all of that, you can imagine I was like, yeah, this ain't going well. And I think the other thing is I felt super bloated all week. So if you know me, you will know I have a small problem with gluten. Like it's not a massive issue. Like it's not like gonna kill me. I'm not like a big celiac or anything, but I do suffer with gluten. It does make me quite unwell if I have it in too many like things. I think one of the things I've struggled with is predominantly a lot of the like vegan swaps that we've been making are high in gluten. So I've been quite bloated. I felt quite like sluggish and a bit bleh this week, but it's not because of the vegan diet. Like the vegan diet isn't what's causing it. It's the fact that I've had takeaway 4 times this week and I have a problem with gluten that I never acknowledged. So when I stepped on the scales this morning and I weighed 19 stone 13 pound and I've lost a pound, I was like, sorry, what now? Like there is no way I deserve to lose a pound this week. Like I have eaten awful. And so I was shocked. Like, I'm happy, obviously, like any loss towards my goal is great, but I just don't know how I managed to pull that because, as I said, I had Papa John's twice and 2 other takeaways. So I did say to Rich, I feel like if I had had the week that I did and not been vegan, like if I'd have been eating like the takeaways and stuff and having my meals but not been on the vegan side, I probably would have put on weight, I feel like, because it definitely wasn't the healthiest week. So I'm thrilled. Like I'm taking that, I'm running with that, But next week I am going to try and do a little bit of calorie counting as well as the vegan stuff. I know that I said the first 2 weeks I would just do vegan and then I would do the calories for the last 2 weeks. But I am very aware that if I carry on for the next like week just eating whatever I want to eat just because it's labelled vegan, then I am going to put on weight. I'm not going to be as lucky next week. So the plan for the next week is upping the water again, because I have had more water, but I haven't had as much as I should. Upping my step count. I've got like a little step thing I'm going to put on my stories on Instagram to keep me up to date with my steps, and I'm going to look to try and have about 1800 calories a day, just because I think it's a good start. Like normally when I'm calorie counting I have less than that. I'm normally on about like 1500, 1600. I don't want to restrict myself that badly because I do want to still focus on the vegan stuff, like I said, but I am planning on making some homemade meals, sort of like veganizing some of the meals that we would normally have and having more healthy meals and no more beige meals. I'm going to have some like vegetables in my life, so that's the plan. And then when I weigh in next week, I'm hoping for another loss, but I'm hoping for like a justifiable loss. Like, don't get me wrong, I am happy with the loss. I just feel like I cheated somehow. I really don't know. So that's this week's weigh-in. I hope that you're all keeping well. I hope that January is not sucking the life out of you and that we will carry on with this year. It can only get better, right? You know, I'm hoping. And I will see you guys next week when we weigh in, and hopefully another loss again, because that was pretty amazing. Bye. You know, this oat milk really isn't that bad. I mean, it's got like a slight aftertaste, but it's not the end of the world.